Okay, and I'll finish up a bit about grade 5, I guess, first. Um, that was when I found out about my brother, so I was being bullied because my brother was an idiot and because he was acting like a retard and all this other stuff that got said. And because he was stupid and he was dumb and he was blonde. He is blonde, and when he was younger, his hair was almost white blonde. It was really, really stunning. And he's got gorgeous eyes. But they were never saying anything good about him, so it was just all this bad stuff about how he's a jerk and he's an idiot and he's a retard. And so I would get quite mad at that because as much as I act like I hate him sometimes, he's my brother, and I will seriously fight anyone, pretty much, if they start dissing my brother because he's my brother, and I'm protective over him, even though I act like I hate him sometimes, and he's a bit of a jerk. Yeah, so I got into a few fights in grade 5 because of him. And in grade 6, I had an interesting years. Well, I was in grade 7, and I was not very happy in grade 6 at all. I think that them bullying my brother had something to do with it because I didn't want what happened to me happening to him. And it's just something that it's hard to explain. I felt cold, I felt empty, I felt like no one liked me, I felt hated, I felt worthless. And in some ways, I wondered why I was alive. Was it because people wanted to torture me? Just, I did not like living. And I can remember getting into a couple fights that year that were pretty bad, and a teacher actually putting me, well, sort of getting in between me and this other kid that was insulting my brother. But the two fights that I can really remember, besides the one where that was stopped by the teacher before it really got started, the first one, I can't really remember what it was, but it had something to do with what happened in a dodgeball game because I got hit, and there's a couple girls that I absolutely hate, and they hate me. And I know that hate's a strong word, but it's the only word I can think of that fits because dislike is a major understatement. And these two girls would gang up, which was about the only way they would ever be able to get me out in dodgeball because both of them are very much prissy girly girls, or at least they were at the time, and didn't have the best aim. And so they got me out. I think they also ganged up with that whole team, and so I got pelted with balls. And it was not easy to avoid, so I ended up getting out, and so they were teasing me when I was just on the bench because we're playing bench ball. It's just like dodgeball, except that once you get hit, you stand on the bench, and one of your teammates has to rescue you by throwing you a ball. And so I knew that if I got on the bench, that no one was going to throw to me because of being such a bullied person that I had no friends and no one really wanted me. And so I said a couple things to them that I probably shouldn't have said, and got them kind of mad at me. And they got a couple guys together, and the two guys went and attempted to get into a bit of a fight with me, and I put them on the ground. I don't remember hitting anyone. And same with the second one, I can't remember what it was. I said something that I probably shouldn't have said. I was a bit of a sarcastic kid, and so people often took it the wrong way. And yeah, sorry about that. That was my dog barking. The fight that got stopped by a teacher was after we played Capture the Flag, and my team had lost, and so this native kid that goes to my school, or I guess he's a First Nations kid, or he went to my school. He's now living, I don't know where. And his team had won, and so he was feeling pretty big and macho and all that kind of stuff, and so he went up to me with the whole class around and started dissing my brother. And I'd been having a pretty bad day, so hearing, oh yeah, your brother's an idiot, he couldn't do anything, like, if he wanted to hit me, he wouldn't be able to hit me if he was an inch from my face, and all this other stuff. And the teacher was behind me, just like, Shanice, don't do it. Shanice, stop. Shanice, don't you dare. And, like, I'm just tensing up, and, like, I'm getting ready to leap at this guy's throat, pretty much. He's about a head taller than me, or at least he was. And, I totally ignored the teacher behind me, and, like, just as I was about to spring, like, I was just, like, my body was tense, and I was on the balls of my feet, and I was just crouching down, and I was about to jump at him. And the teacher moves in front of me and won't let me anywhere near the kid, and so it was probably a good thing, otherwise I don't know what would have happened, but he would have most likely ended up with at least a concussion and a very bloody nose, because I was not very happy at all with him. And so after I calmed down, I apologized to the teacher because I was a bit of a jerk. I should have had better self-control, but it got to the point of my way of defending myself was that I ignored everyone, and I ignored all the insults the best I could, and I would put people on the ground. I figured that I didn't want to punch anyone because I didn't want to get into that sort of a habit. And I really did not like punching people because of that. Hallelujah! Kaden, go away, please. Sorry, that's my brother. And so I was just to the point of, like, you wanted to pick a fight with me, all you had to do was swing, and I would block it, but I wouldn't hit you back. My idea was that... Kaden! What? I'm busy. 1 minute. Kaden, I'm busy. Please go. Hallelujah? Oh, you shut up. Please, I'm changing. My wonderful brother. It's amazing that I got into fights for him. But yeah, I would just wouldn't hit people, and my mentality and my idea was that you didn't hit people, and the best way for them to realize that you were dangerous is you didn't let them hit you. And my idea of the best block, and it's something that has been confirmed by not only practice but also a few other people, is that the best block is to not be there. And so I got hit a couple times, I think, but it was never anything serious because I'm pretty fast, and so I missed getting hit and kicked around and that sort of thing because of being fast and feisty, I guess you could say. And yeah, that was my grade 6 and a bit of my grade 5 and then my grade 6 year. And I was not a happy person during grade 6. It was a very bad year for me. And yeah, I guess I'll cover my grade 7 in the next video, and that'll be sort of about the depression and what it was like and how I felt and that sort of thing. So yeah,